Stephen, take a stun gun and go and guard the entrance.
Well, what about Tyso?
Yeah, from what I've seen him, he could take care of himself.
Stephen's probably right. If we tried to help him, we'd only make matters worse. Probably end up having to rescue us.
Nice people hunting a young girl.
Yeah. It's gone very quiet out there. Nothing's making a sound, not even the animals.
Who's there? The guard! The guard!
I wonder why they were hunting her.
Don't you remember what Timer said? They're fond of humans.
Over here!
Tyso, what happened?
I got my foot caught in a trap. I can't walk.
What, you lost the hunt?
No, yes, but there was this thing.
Come on, I'll help you back to the cave.
Look out!
Come on.
Tyso, are you all right? Yeah. I heard a stun gun. What happened?
Well, there was this thing out there. I think it was a Khultan. It just came for us. I had to.
Oh, don't worry, just stand guard. I'll take Tyso in. We'll soon get his leg fixed up and then go and see what it was you stunned.
What's going on, Tyso? You all right?
Yeah, I got my foot caught in a trap.
Don't worry, we'll soon fix it. There's a Khultan out there. Well, Stephen thinks so anyway. Thinks he may have stunned it.
Well, then they know we're here.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, forgotten, we can't use our special powers, or not even to fix a leg. Get the kit, Liz, we'll just have to strap it up. Look, can you do this while I go with Stephen and see if we can find that Khultan?
Okay.
Nothing moved?
No, not since you went in.
Oh, come on, let's go and see what it was. Probably only a bush.
You wait till you see. It was no bush. It was around here somewhere. There!
No! Don't shoot!
Well, that should ease the pain, but you won't be able to do much walking for a while.
Thanks.
For the next few days, you'll have to stay in bed.
It's all right, Elizabeth, don't be afraid.
You'll never guess who it really is.
But that's a Khultan.
No. This is just a disguise.
Timus.
No. Timus is my close clone brother. I am Tikmo. This was a necessary disguise. I managed to steal a spacecraft from the Khultan base. Their security wasn't very tight. They don't expect the natives of Piri to sneak up and steal spaceships.
But what happened?
I got as far as the upper atmosphere when they brought me down with a missile. Luckily, I was able to eject and bail out. You might have heard the ship. It passed over here before it crashed.
Yeah, we heard it.
Ah, yes, young man. I'm sorry if I frightened you. I only meant to frighten off the Vesh hunters. The natives of this planet fear the Khultan more than they fear death itself.
You did frighten me quite a bit. More because I'd never seen a Khultan before.
What you did was most courageous. I was wondering how to save the Vesh girl myself.
You'd have made a better job of it than I did.
You have her here, I see. I must change. If she sees me looking like a Khultan, she might die of fright. Quite literally. Excuse me a minute.
It's all right, you're safe.
Safe?
Yes, you're with friends. He rescued you.
They were after me, the Veshtakers.
Are you a Vesh girl?
You need have no fear here. We are all Vesh, like you. You can rest and sleep. Rest and sleep. She will sleep for a while now. She must need it, poor child. You saved her from certain burning.
Burning? Do you mean to death?
Yes, as a sacrifice to the Khultan. The Khultan love to see a Vesh burning.
What are Vesh?
We are, you and I and her. It is the local name for what we are. What do you call yourselves to distinguish yourself from those of your species who have no psionic powers?
Well, we call ourselves the Tomorrow People.
Yes. Well, the Vesh are the tomorrow people of Piri, except that they cannot use their powers because of the radiations transmitted by the psi damper in the Great Pyramid.
We know a bit about the Khultan, but perhaps you could tell us a little more. Well, like, for instance, why do they want to see the Vesh burned?
Before the Khultan came to this planet, the Vesh, the local tomorrow people, were looked up to and revered by the Pyrians. But the Khultan fear the Vesh as a challenge to their authority. So they have taught the Pyrians to hate them.
Well, most saps would hate us if they knew about us.
Well, the Khultans certainly hate the Vesh and are jealous of their psionic powers.
An inferiority complex?
More like a persecution mania. It is a bit like, if I remember my history of your planet correctly, the persecution of the witches in the Middle Ages.
So the Piri persecute the Vesh?
Yes. Every district has an official Veshtaker, appointed by the Khultan years ago, and now a hereditary position handed on from father to son. The Veshtakers live in great splendor and are rewarded by the Khultan for the number of Vesh that they burn. Often they will burn ordinary people who are not Vesh at all. It has become a religion now, a religion of human sacrifice. The victims are burned at the top of tall towers, so as to be near the Khultan, whom they believe live in the sky, which of course they do, in space stations.
Don't the Piri realize the Khultan live in space stations?
No, these are primitive people, very like your human peasants in the Middle Ages. Anyone who appears out of the sky is a god to them.
But if the Khultan like eating the Vesh, I don't see the point of the Piri burning them.
A great light completely envelops the top of the tower where the burning is taking place. It gets brighter and brighter, and then slowly wanes and goes. When the light has gone, the body has gone as well. It is my guess that the Khultan use some sort of matter transporter to take the victims up to their space stations. That way they can get their food without arousing the suspicion of the planet's population. A pretty efficient trick.
It's horrible.
Don't forget that the Khultan used to rule your world in very much the same way.
Yes, I know. We've seen inside one of their pyramids on Earth.
Many of Earth's religious customs probably stem from the ingenious way they have of getting their food. Now, may I ask a few questions? Like, what are you doing here?
Well, Time has sent us.
My clone brother?
Well, yes. He seems to think we'll be able to destroy the psi damping transmitter inside the Khultan pyramid.
That's impossible.
Well, he thinks we'll be able to do it because we haven't had our powers for very long and we're used to operating without them.
If you can, that would save the Vesh. They would get their powers back almost immediately.
Well, that's the other part of our mission, to help get rid of the Khultan.
That's pretty positive action by the standards of the Galactic Federation. I wonder if Brother Timers has official approval for your visit, or if it's a private venture of his own.
Does it matter now that we're here? The Khultan sound as if they ought to be sent packing.
I will help you all I can.
How far is the Khultan pyramid from here?
About 2 days' march through the forest. We will have to walk. There is no other form of transport.
I don't think that Taiso's in any fit state to make a journey like that.
Yes, you're right. A pity, though. Could have used his expertise in the forest.
And the girl, Lenda, I think she ought to rest up for a few days.
Yes, I agree. Liz, I think you ought to stay here with the two kids. Stephen and I will go with Tikno and see if we can sabotage the Khultan pyramid. If you're willing.
I'm willing.
I think I ought to come with you and Stephen stay here.
Hey,